Welcome. This isn't just another explainer. It's actually a live demonstration. The way you're about to learn is the first lesson in mastering Google's most powerful AI tools. And that brings us to a really important question. So, who is this voice that's guiding you through all this material? Is it the author? Some instructor in a studio? The answer might actually surprise you, but it's totally fundamental to everything you're about to learn.
That's right. I am an AI voice, not a recording of a person. My very existence is your first lesson, a real-world example of turning an idea into action with AI. So you're probably wondering, how in the world was I created? Okay, let's break that down. Because my creation story is really the perfect case study. See, I wasn't just programmed in the old-school sense. I was synthesized from expert knowledge, using the very tools you're here to learn about.
It all started with the source material, the book From Insights to Action by a guy named Johan Steyn. Then all of that knowledge was fed into Google's NotebookLM, which acted like a super smart research assistant, reading and structuring the book's key ideas. And from that structured understanding, I was generated, an AI voice built entirely on the author's original expertise. Pretty cool, right?
And this whole process perfectly illustrates the core philosophy here. This is not about replacing humans. It's about partnership. It's about combining human expertise with the speed and efficiency of AI to just accelerate what we're capable of doing. And that partnership, well, it starts with the human expert. So, it's time you met the human expert behind all this, my creator, Johan Steyn. While I'm your AI guide for this journey, he is the source of all the knowledge we're about to dive into. Johan is widely recognized as one of Africa's leading AI thought leaders. He's a writer, an educator, and a strategist who's really good at one thing, cutting through all the hype to turn complex AI ideas into practical, real-world business strategy. And his insights aren't just academic theory. Nope, they've been battle-tested in the boardrooms of some of the biggest names out there. He's guided major banks like ABSA and Nedbank and huge global tech companies like Microsoft and Samsung on their own AI journeys. But his work is also grounded in some serious academic research. He's a fellow at Stellenbosch University and a professor at Woxsen University. And this is what's so crucial. He bridges that gap between pure theory and what actually works in the messy, real world.
So what's with this number, 70,000? Well, that's how many people were reading his viral article on AI and the future of education every single day. He doesn't just get AI, he knows how to make it matter to everyone.
All right, now before we go any further, it is super important that we establish some rules of the road. Let's think of this as our learning agreement, a shared understanding to make sure this material is used responsibly and, effectively. The big idea here is something called indemnity. Now, in simple terms, it just means this. This material is for education. We're giving you the tools and the insights, but you are the expert in your own world. You're agreeing to use your own professional judgment when you put these ideas to work. This table just breaks that down a little more clearly. Basically, think of this as training, not specific legal or financial advice. You bring your expertise and common sense to the table, and in return, you understand that the author isn't liable for how you end up applying these concepts. Sound fair? And this brings us right back to that core theme. This agreement isn't just some legal fine print, it reinforces the entire philosophy of this course. The goal of these AI tools is to amplify your capabilities, to make you more effective, not to replace your critical thinking and professional judgment. So, with that foundation in place, let's start looking ahead. This whole thing is designed to give you the skills and the confidence to move beyond just theory and into real tangible action in your own work. Because that's the real goal, right? So the question for you is, are you ready to start applying these insights in your business? To move from just learning about AI to actually using it for real-world results? If that answer is a big yes, and you're maybe looking for a more tailored approach, whether that's some hands-on consulting or advanced training for your team, the next step is to connect with the human expert behind all this material. You can check out all of those services and get in touch directly with Johan Steyn at his website, aiforbusiness.net. It's your direct link to taking these concepts to the next level inside your own organization.
So, as we wrap up this introduction, I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Don't just think about AI in some big abstract way. Think about one specific thing. What is the very first time-draining, repetitive workflow in your job that you are going to automate? Start there.